You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, we've got Sheila Carter at a really low point this week because her marriage is on the brink of disaster and her husband is spending time with Dr. Taylor Hayes. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to talk about Sheila targeting Taylor because she's terrified she's going to lose her precious Deacon Sharpe. But hey, hit that subscribe button if you're not following us. Let's talk about whether Taylor will be in danger soon. So right now, we've got Deacon totally betrayed by his wife, Sheila. And of course, Deacon is furious with Sheila because she didn't tell him that lunatic Luna is alive. It's clear that Deacon doesn't think he can trust Sheila, and with very good reason. Not only was she protecting Luna, her psychotic granddaughter who killed his two best friends, but also because Sheila knew that Luna targeted Will. If you remember, Katie hired out Il Giardino for the party, so Luna attacked Will at Deacon's place of business. This could absolutely ruin everything he's worked so hard to build. And Sheila seems primarily just to care about Luna's future, not Deacon's, the man she claims to love. So now he's turning to Taylor for help, and she is a well-respected therapist, so he feels like he's going to get some good advice. Plus, Deacon feels better when he is around Taylor. There seems to be a vibe between them, and she's a calming, rational influence. So this week, Deacon tells Taylor he needs her to help him. And she says she's always there for Deacon. And Taylor even shares a hug with Deacon. And Sheila is stalking them, and she gets a whole eyeful of that. I have no doubt that the growing bond between Taylor and Deacon is going to set Sheila off. So this week, after coming to talk to the doc, we're going to have Deacon starting official therapy sessions with Taylor. And it doesn't seem to be couples therapy where he's working on his marriage, not as far as we've seen. So Sheila is right to be worried, and it could be that Deacon wants Taylor to help him get over Sheila and figure out how to walk away from this toxic woman, all 8 of her toes, and their toxic marriage. Because Deacon knows deep in his heart, he can never, ever trust Sheila, not as long as Luna is alive or there's any chance she may resurrect again. So I suspect the bond between Taylor and Deacon is going to be more than doctor-patient. I think it's going to extend beyond the office, not at first, but eventually. Taylor and Deacon are going to get close as doctor and patient. Then I think they're going to get to be friends, and then closer friends, and then maybe something else entirely. Official Bold and the Beautiful spoilers confirm that Taylor is going to get a new relationship after her split with Ridge, and the showrunner hopes that fans embrace it. Now, that could mean a romantic relationship, or it could mean a friendship, but I think fans will be pretty ticked off if it wasn't a romantic relationship. And given that we are seeing so much of Deacon with Taylor, and then Brooke was hinting about fate bringing a new man into Taylor's life, well, yeah, it could be sparks flying soon for Deacon and Taylor. And already Sheila smells trouble. Even if Deacon and Taylor are only friends, Sheila's still not going to like it. And I do suspect she might do something about it and targets Taylor for getting too close to her hubby Deacon. The big question is, if Sheila feels threatened, what lengths will she go to get Taylor away from Deacon? Now, Sheila might go straight up criminal and just simply assault Taylor. They could end up in a lady brawl after Sheila confronts Taylor for getting too close to Deacon. We know Sheila has been in many, many brawls in the past. Now, Taylor's not, much of a physical fighter most of the time, but she has been known to throw paint or cake at Brooke, roll around in a fountain, some of those classic soapy lady brawls. So if Sheila gets physical, I don't think Taylor will back down from it, and they could end up in an actual knockdown, drag-out fight. That might be enough to scare the shrink away from Deacon, and Taylor might be so freaked out by Sheila that she just gives Deacon a referral and says, you need to see another therapist, preferably a guy. Another thing Psycho Sheila might do is run Taylor off the road, like she did Lee Finnegan after their fight over Not Dead Finn. If you recall, Sheila actually thought she killed Lee after she chased her down with her car and Lee's vehicle went off a cliff. If you remember, the car caught fire and then it went into the open water. It was like one thing after another. There was not even a reason for it to have caught on fire. The whole thing was insane, soapy stuff. Sheila thought Lee was dead and she was very pleased. Of course, it turned out Lee survived and Bill found her wandering around disoriented. So Sheila might try that with Taylor, but try harder this time. Another bizarre thing that could happen, if you remember, Sheila faked a bear attack to make the cops and everybody else think she was dead. That's when she went from 10 toes to 9. She cut one off and left it with a bunch of blood in the woods. So maybe Sheila fakes a bear attack, but with Taylor, she could take a toe of hers, or take the whole body and just leave some blood and some other evidence like her purse and stuff all clawed up so that people think she dies. And then Sheila could stash Taylor somewhere and just take her time terrorizing her. Going back to Sheila's awful history with Taylor, you never know. Sheila might just shoot Taylor again. If you remember way back in the day, in the Hunter Tylo days, Sheila shot Taylor and she was presumed dead for years. She was missing off in the palace with the prince, if you remember. So Sheila, she could shoot Taylor, toss her body, and then Sheila plays dumb and acts shocked when it comes out that, oh, Taylor's missing. She might be presumed dead again. I mean, heck, Sheila could even sell her off to Prince Omar, and it could be a total replay of history. One last thing to consider, maybe Sheila is reformed, at least to some extent, and she won't use violence against Taylor. Instead, Sheila might do something awful, but just not violently awful. She might destroy Taylor's reputation, maybe even get her fired by spreading it around that she is sleeping with a patient. Even though Deacon and Taylor are not doing the deed, Sheila might snap some incriminating photos, get Remy to do some sketchy Photoshop for her, send them to the hospital chief of staff, and get Taylor fired and ruin her. If she lost her license to practice medicine in California, I'm sure that Taylor would leave, go do charity work, go on the lecture circuit, and that way she wouldn't be seeing Deacon as a patient anymore. I mean, really, when it comes to Sheila Carter, the possibilities are literally endless, especially if she thinks she's about to lose Deacon because he wants Taylor instead, who is definitely an improvement over her. I mean, Deacon is a real find for Sheila. Not many men would put up with her psychotic 8 toes and all her antics. So the nice thing would be if Sheila acted like a sane grown-up and just came to talk to Taylor one-on-one honestly about her fears of losing Deacon. But that'd just be crazy, right?
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.